All right. All right, let's clap it up. Hey, Shalom, Israel. Real Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohannes since 1969. And we are here to edify the so-called Black, Latino, and Native American man, woman, and child, that they are God's chosen people, the lost sheep of the house of Israel, who this Bible speaks of right here. You know, we got to do is go into this Bible and just read the curses. You know, you'll see we fit every single one of these curses right here. You know, bottom line. But tonight we're gonna go in Brotherhood. You know, tonight is Tuesday night. Brotherhood breakdown. You know what I'm saying? Brotherhood class. I'm Precinct Officer Nayat, and that's what we're gonna talk about tonight. Let's see here. We're gonna start in 1 John 4:20. You know, this is something we really have to put emphasis on as brotherhood, right? You know, because that's one thing, you know, the so-called Black, Latino, Native American, you know, we tend to, you know, we fight amongst each other all day. You know what I'm saying? But we show love to all the strangers out there. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we just can't get along because we don't like the man in the mirror or the woman in the mirror, you know what I'm saying, that look just like you. You know. But you know, the Most High and Yahweh Shai Christ, you know what I'm saying, they require us of us to, you know what I'm saying, love one another and treat one another how you would want to be treated, you know. And that's something that's hard for us to do, you know what I'm saying. But you know, we gotta work on it. And the way we work on it is through these scriptures. You know, follow these scriptures to the T, you know. Get into these scriptures. Start reading these scriptures, you know. Go you know, get a subject on how to treat your brother, how to love your brother, how to love your sister, how to treat your sister, you know, and what have you. You know, how to conquer fear. You know, you got books out there, you know, like the Strong Concordance, you know what I'm saying? They got, you know, certain topics, you know, and they'll take you and show you wherever you want to go, you know what I'm saying, in this book, you know. But you need the what is it called? Yeah, what is this? Because no, this is not the one. But anyways, you got a Strong Concordance, and then you got the Strong Concordance Bible as well, you know, with the Hebrew and the Greek, you know, and it you can like for instance, if you go to, you know, live or something like that, it'll say H5 through 539. You know what I'm saying? The Strong Concordance, it has the same thing, and it'll show you what live is about. You know what I'm saying? It'll break it down in the Hebrew, or it'll break it down in Greek, you know, what have you. But you know, you can go all the way down and go to every single scripture it has about live, you know what I'm saying, or even love, hate, you know, jealousy, you know, laws, you know, statutes, what have you. And that's how you teach yourself, you know what I'm saying? But what you really want to do is come into the ICPK, you know, and learn from us, right? You know, and just following along. We're going to start in John chapter 4 and verse 20, starting at verse 20. And it reads, if a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he hath seen, how can he love God, whom he have not seen? Right? You know, we got Shalom Yahweh Shem, Shalom Yahweh Shema Allah Taba Shem Yahshai to my rib. You know what I'm saying? The water for tuning in. But you know, you got, you know, like I said, you got a bunch of rappers, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially I'm gonna start with the rappers, you know, because we all do it. as people, as this so-called Black, Latino, Native American, right? You know, we claim we love the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You got the rappers. They always talk about they Jesus pieces. You know what I'm saying? And even they give thanks to God. You know what I'm saying? After they win an award or something like that. You know what I'm saying? What have you? But all they talking about is unaliving each other. Turning a woman into a whore. Being a whoremonger. That's the opposite from what the Most High wants to be. Bottom line. So you glorifying that lifestyle, but yeah, you over here talking about you love the Father. If you love the Father, you wouldn't turn your females into whores. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't unalive your brother or your sister. You know what I'm saying? You won't do any of those things. But we tend to do that, and that's something we do daily. But 20. Let's go to 21. And this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth God love his brother also. And it's a commandment. It is a commandment from the Most High. It is a commandment from Yahweh Shah. For us to follow. For us to follow these commandments and to do them, to execute them. Not shy away from them. Not the laws are done away with. These commandments are done away with, or what have you. You know what I'm saying? You want to pick and choose what you want to follow and what you don't want. What you do want to follow. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to learn how to treat each other upright. We got to be upright, righteous with one another. We can't rob one another. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. We tend to do that. Set our brothers up, set our sisters up, what have you. This is what we do. Even when we watch our own movies, when they make films about us, we try to watch a movie. That's what it's all about. Slanging dope, pimping women, unalive. That's all. You know what I'm saying? We have. I mean, I can't really say we don't have any positive things out there, but we do. You know what I'm saying? There's some. I can't even think of one right now. As a matter of fact, I just can't think of something positive. The last time I watched something, with a so-called Black, Latino, Native American, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Our people, the lost children, the lost tribes, right? Everything is always negative. You know what I'm saying? And if it is positive, what's going to be in there? The LGBT, it's like, if you want to talk about something positive, you got to put that in there. You know what I'm saying? And that's all, that's all they do 24/7, right? But like I said, let's read it again from the top. You know what I'm saying? This is 1 John. Slaughter. It's 1 John chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say, I love God and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother whom he hath seen, how can he love God whom he hath not seen? And this commandment, verse 21, and this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth God love his brother also. And like I said, we always talk about, 90% of rappers, they Christians. Let's go 85%. It's a high percentage. You know what I'm saying? If you ask any of one of them, you know what I'm saying, they say they rap, they Christians. You know what I'm saying? But I love the God, and then they go all into how they love God and stuff like that. But they got ops. They got ops, what have you. But hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Brakatham. Brakatham to Trooper Izarwan. Hey, the water for checking in. You know what I'm saying? But they, that's all they talk about is unaliving their ops, man. You know what I'm saying? But they love the Father. Nah, you a liar. You know what I'm saying? Because if you love the Father, you'll love your brother. You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and move on. With we're gonna go to Matthew chapter 25. Matthew chapter 25, verse 40. Let's see. Yeah. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 40. And the king shall answer it and say unto them, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. You know, I mean, you know, this is Christ saying, speaking right here. You know, it's written in red. That's this indication that Christ is speaking, right? You know, he said, if you do it to, you know, do what? You know what I'm saying? Help the least of your brethren. You know what I'm saying? The least at the bottom. You know, you helped him. You helped the Most High. You done it to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You helped the Most High. You know, no matter what situation they're in, if they got money, if they don't have money, or whatever situation they're in, you know, financially, or you know, not it don't even have to be financially, you know what I'm saying? But usually that's how it is, you know, because we need help sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And you know, a lot of us we don't help one another, you know, especially with money. You know, we don't do that, right? You know what I'm saying? But you know, we gotta start helping one another. You know, bottom line. You know, no matter what the situation is, you know, we have to try to help one another if we need help. You know, but you know, we constantly tear one another down. This is what we do in the Black, Latino, and Native American community. You know what I'm saying? This is what we constantly do. I've been seeing it since yay big. You know, I was very observant, you know, as a kid, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I've seen it within my family, you know what I'm saying? The media family, what have you. And outside, you know what I'm saying? In schools, you know what I'm saying? What have you. I caught on quick with stuff, you know? And and the thing about it, you know what, who really molds us is the Christian church. So now you know the Christian church have been failing this since day one. Since day one. Since day one. If that truth was in that Christian church, we'd be upright as can be. We'd be treating each other like, you know what I'm saying, like we treat a heathen. We treat a heathen better than we do our own family, our own tribes. You know what I'm saying? We treat other tribes. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone's a tribe here. You know what I'm saying? But the Most High has 12 tribes that he loves, that he chose. You know what I'm saying? From the seed of Jacob. He is the progenitor of the 12 tribes of Israel. You know what I'm saying? His name was changed to Israel, right? Jacob was changed to Israel because he wrestled with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? The Most High changed his name to Israel, which means Prince of Power. And that's what he did. You know, and then Jacob had 12 sons. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the blackity blacks out there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know, the so-called Mexicans, they're not from the 12 tribes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to be black. That's colorism right there, man. It's stupidity. You know what I'm saying? Like as if. You know, and that's another thing, man. You think when we came over here and stuff like that, everybody started mixing. That's when people start mixing and stuff like that. The white man came and just dominated all, you know what I'm saying, and made fair skin. Man, they've been doing this shit before time. Solomon had 700 women, wives, 700. I'm not saying he had children. I don't know if he had children or not. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he did. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But if Solomon had 700, surely that nigga down the street had 10. You know what I'm saying? Or other cat down there had 5. You know what I'm saying? They were doing this. They were mixing back then. This ain't nothing new. Y'all give the white man too much credit. A man that came out of the caves had to be taught how to wash his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy. We all came off them ships, all same complexion. Like they show you that on the movies to program you. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There are tribes, and it just so happened to be tribes in Africa. You know what I'm saying? Where they all the same complexion. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then look at their skin though, man. I mean, they Hamites. You know what I'm saying? That like it just don't even glow. You know what I'm saying? They just pasty. That's a certain tribe. That's just that tribe. They Hamites and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You know how they say Ham was cursed. That's one of their curses, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of tribes out of Ham. You know what I'm saying? They don't ever say that about the Ethiopians. You know what I'm saying? You got dark Ethiopians, light Ethiopians. You know what I'm saying? Eritreans, which is Ethiopians. You know what I'm saying? They all Ham shit. Bottom line. But I mean, we just got to wake up. But like I'm saying, like we gotta, as far as the situation, like we gotta help each other. No matter how much you upset at your brother, your sister, if they're in need, help them. Bottom line, and it ain't like you gotta stay close to them and be friends and stuff like that. They come to you, man, just help them out. They hear them out. It's not that hard. You know what I'm saying? Like if you claim you love the Most High, which we all do. You know what I'm saying? I got, especially Christians, I got a personal relationship. You know what I'm saying? But Christians be evil as I don't know what. Evil is all outdoors. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember, being a youngster, man, I came across a lot of Christians because I was brought up in the Christian church. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those cats, man, especially towards kids and stuff like that, they some assholes. Straight up. I used to play dumb. I used to always play dumb, man, and just be peeping the scene. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll play my age and stuff like that, but I'll be, like up there with it. You know what I'm saying? And, man, a lot of them Christians, man, then they get in their little huddle and stuff like that, and they be holier than thou. But the Christian church was something else, man. I'm glad I'm up out of that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to dread going to church, just like I used to dread going to work. Dealing with the white folks, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, just imagine being in a freaking office with freaking three offices, 3 buildings with a bunch of white folks, man. Like that shit used to tear me up, man, like crazy. Man, sometimes like, man, I'll tell you. Like, I used to hate that shit. But they had to do it, you know what I'm saying? Raising kids, right? You know what I'm saying? They had to do what I gotta do, get that money. It's crazy. But but like I said, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's read it again. Hold on. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 40. And the king shall answer and say unto them, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. Bottom line. I mean, you got what's the old boy's name, man? Winans, the pastor, BB and CC Wine. I don't know if they BB and CC Wine, but one of the dude, the pastor, Winans. You know what I'm saying? But what he did was there was one of a member of his congregation, right? They had separate lines. They had lines, or maybe it was a $2,000. It was $2,000, right? You know what I'm saying? There was a line for $2,000, right? You know what I'm saying? This woman came in there, and she got into the wrong line, and she had 1,200, and this dude ridiculed this woman, in front of the whole congregation, man. And she even giggled, you know what I'm saying, because she was embarrassed. And this is what these Christian churches, these Christian pastors do, man. You know what I'm saying? Because she had less. You know what I'm saying? Like Christ said, the least you have done it unto me. You know what I'm saying? So look at what he did to Christ right there. Yahweh shot right there. You know what I'm saying? He slapped him in the face right there, man. That woman came with $1,200, man, knowing she living check to check. Because we all are. You know what I'm saying? The majority of us, we live in check to check in this damn place, man. This place is not built for us to be comfortable in. And if you comfortable, man, you playing ball. You know what I'm saying? You straight playing ball. Well, shit. I don't want to say I'm comfortable. I mean, shit. I'm comfortable as far as not for the Most High to have me comfortable. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean. Like if you living good in this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you playing ball. Bottom line. But all of us live to check for the most part. But this woman had $1,200, man, and this cat, it was worse than the dude talking about closing doors. You know what I'm saying? They can talk about closing doors. Like, man, y'all better wake up out there, man. Going to these Christian churches, man. They false. They are perverse. You know what I'm saying? Paul spoke about them in Galatians 1, 6, and 7. They have perverted the gospel of the Most High of Christ. You know what I'm saying? That's what they have done. They're all about prosperity. They all about their money. And they showing you, you know what I'm saying? And why? Because the Most High putting that spirit on them. So you can see this shit. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can see this. And if you don't see it, you boo-boo the fool. That's all I got to say, man. You just a dummy if you don't see this. You over here sitting there, oh, my grandma went to church. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, your grandma had zeal for the Most High, but not according to knowledge. That's all. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You got to wake up sometime. The Most High said he was going to wake us up, man, especially in the last days. We are in the last days, man. Look at all this uproar of the people, right? Stuff ain't the same today, man. Let's go to Matthew 5 and 22. Matthew 5 and 22. This book of Matthew 5, chapter 5, verse 22, right? And it reads, "But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. And whosoever shall say his brother, and whosoever shall say to his brother, Raka mean worthless. Like worthless. You talking down on them. Shall be in danger of the council. But whosoever shall say, thou fool, shall be in danger of hell fire." Now, hold on. Let's take it back. Let's take it back up real quick. Starting at 22. "But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment." Now, with that right there, you know what that is? That's called jealousy. That's all that is. That's called jealousy right there. You over there hating. You know what I'm saying? You angry with them. When you hating, you angry, right? You hate them, you angry. Bottom line. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is. That's jealousy without a cause. You just jealous of this man, this woman. You know what I'm saying? Because of whatever status they got. You know what I'm saying? You got cats out there, man, that literally got unalive because he had finger waves and a Cadillac, and all the girls liked him. And there was a nigga out there that just said, "Man, I can't take this no more," and just blah, straight up. You know how many stories like that throughout this country? Crazy. That individual right there, man, that spirit, that jealousy spirit, it embraced him or her. There's females out there that did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? F that B. She think her nails are longer than mine and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just some stupidity shit, right? You know, and this is what it is, man. It's jealousy. And that's dangerous. And it starts when you yay big. And like I said, when you yay big too. You up in the Sunday schools and stuff like that. You get taught by You didn't get taught by about a pastor or the Sunday school teacher about jealousy and stuff like that. They didn't do no good job, man. They had you in there probably singing and stuff. I don't even remember Sunday school what we were learning. That's how what they say. That's how lacking they were. You know what I'm saying? What the youngsters say nowadays, they're lacking on the knowledge of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what this book is. It's all about knowledge, knowing what's in this book. That's all knowledge is knowing. That's all knowledge is knowing. Knowing what these laws, statutes, and commandments is about, what the Most High's words is about. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, some of us, you know what I'm saying, like you catch it you can catch this at an early age, man. Jealousy, you catch it at an early age because it starts early. And it's a dangerous thing. It's very dangerous. I mean, I got a story, man. Look, I had a partner, you know what I'm saying, like in the world, I found out this cat was upset at me, you know what I'm saying, because he thought I was competing with him with on how many cars we had. You know what I'm saying? We in the past, we were getting. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a real story. It's a real story. And I until it was brought to my attention, you know what I'm saying, I thought about it. I was like, hold up. Man, I kid you not, I was probably like 11 in. Like, I kid you not, like, I had like it was probably 3 to 11. I kid you not. And that's not even me being carnal. I wasn't carnal. Look, they did it. You know what I'm saying? That was the word right there that I got from his rib. You know what I'm saying? She didn't tell me. You know what I'm saying? She didn't tell me. Told my rib. Like, who got time to compete with a nigga about cars, man? On how many cars we getting? Crazy, just crazy, man. I ain't got no time to think about that shit. Since day one, man, I've been, thinking about the Most High. If I'm living right, you know what I'm saying? Even before I met, and we talking about 12 years old, knew this cat. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day. Now we grown. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no cars in 12. You know what I'm saying? We grown. This cat, you know what I'm saying, over here battling me about some cars and shit I don't even know about. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I ain't even tripping out this shit, man. I'm constantly thinking about the Most High, man. If I'm living right. You know what I'm saying? Like something to drive you crazy, man. Just constantly thinking about the Most High, man. If I'm living freaking right. And it got a nigga over here talking about battling with cars, man. I had another one. You know what I'm saying? Another partner, man. You know what I'm saying? Once again, 13, probably. I met him. You know what I'm saying? 13 until adults. We got into it about something. I don't know what it was about. He had bought his first house and shit like that. He said, I want you to have a house just like me. Thinking he just assumed that I was jealous that he bought a house. like nigga, the way I think is, hey, the Most High gonna give me what he gonna give me. That's how I think. That's how I've always thought. You know what I'm saying? They sit there thinking about no damn house that really you don't even own. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares, man? Everybody thinking about no damn house. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking of getting better up in this place, man. Being a better person. What my future gonna be like with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking about. I care about no damn house, man. Thinking about, man, being trapped in this stupid ass world. That's what I was thinking about. I didn't express myself like that. Because they, I mean, shit, sometimes we didn't talk about God. You know what I'm saying? What have you, But that's what I was thinking about. These niggas thinking about, I want you, I want you to have what I got. Like, oh, what you got, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, the Most High gonna give me what he gonna provide for me, man. That's how I live my life. I don't care about what the next man have. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy. What? You want to wear out that man with the knowledge, right? You know, say you find a wise man. You what it say? Wear out your. I'm paraphrasing. Wear out his doorstep. That's what you want to find. How you find that man with wisdom and stuff like that? Because he's speaking with the Most High speaking. He's speaking the Most High's words. You know what I'm saying? You gonna know what it is because what it say? Sheep know my voice. You know how hard it is to come by somebody that's speaking with the Most High, all about the Most High, verbatim, like from front page to back. You know what I'm saying? It's hard because we were brought up in this Christian church, man, and this Christian church is flawed. I mean, it's hardcore, man. That's two stories right there. You know what I'm saying? With cats, man. Like I said, jealousy is very dangerous. It's very dangerous. I'm a back burner type of cat. You know what I'm saying? I stay on the back burner because I know it's dangerous out there. I learned that at early age. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to step on no toes. You know. It is what it is. I mean, these some cats, man. Like I said, 12, 13. You know what I'm saying? Like, didn't see it coming, man. Didn't see it coming, but I was like, and you learn. You learn. Like I said, you learn when you're young, you learn when you old. What have you? You keep learning. You know what I'm saying? You always learning every day till you gone. Every day. And the most thing, the most important thing to learn is these scriptures. You know what I'm saying? These laws, statutes, and commandments, man. It's easy to be wicked. It's easy to do that. It's easy to hate your brother. It's easy to hate your sister. It's easy to do that. It's easy. Try to live upright. That's a difficult task, especially for the so-called Black, Latino, Native American. That's difficult. Trying to live upright. Try to do it one day. One day. Just one day. Can't even do it, man. That's how weak people are. That's how weak we are as a people. We are vain. Man is vain. Bottom line. Let's go to book of Matthew, chapter 18. Let's see. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 21. Let's see. Verse 21, and it reads, Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Till 7 times? Verse 22, and Yahushua saith unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7. Now, surely, he wasn't being literal. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, forgive your brother every single time. Every single time, man, forgive him. You know what I'm saying? I think it's Ecclesiastes. Don't let the sun go down on your anger, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? But, we tend to do that. We let the sun go down on our anger. Wake up the next day talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Talking about your brother, talking about your sister, what have you. This is what we do. Because we were, we respond by the Christian church. And we still got that Christian spirit, wicked ass spirit on us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's go real quick. Let's go to Proverbs. What is it? 14. Because you think because it's a Christian church, and you think because your grandmama, I always say grandma because the Christian church is full of women. You know what I'm saying? The grandfathers and stuff like that, they get drugged there. What's it? Proverbs 14 is 14, 14 to 7. No, Slocky, 14 to 12. But it reads, there is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. And that's what the Christian church is leading you to death. Because you think this is right. You think it's upright. You think the Christian church is right, but it's not. Hell, you worshiping the sun. That's why you go in there on Sundays, and then you got what? Oh, it doesn't matter what day. I worship him every day. No, but the scriptures say on Sabbath day. You know what I'm saying? That's the Most High's rest day. He rested on the seventh day. But man, being man, is very vain. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, once again, this is Proverbs 14:12. There is a way which seemeth right. It seems right to be a Christian. It seems right to be up in that Christian church singing all day. You know what I'm saying? Hallelujah this, hallelujah that. You know what I'm saying? But the end thereof are the ways of death. Are the ways of death. You know what I'm saying? Because what in Matthew, Christ said what? Didn't they say, did not cast out spirits, did not do this, did not do that? You know what I'm saying? He said, I never knew you. Never knew you. Because it's hard for them to put down that pork. It's hard for them to put down that shrimp, that lobster, that crab, you know what I'm saying? Whatever else kind of abominable food they eat out there. You know what I'm saying? It's luck. It's hard for them to do that. There's laws on having multiple wives. But the Christian church, oh no, that's not. Where that pastor say, oh no, that's a sin right there. That's adultery. That's he be on his fourth wife. You know what I'm saying? Whoring them out. That's what he doing. He causing them to commit adultery. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with this one. You know what I'm saying? 4 years with this one, 5 years with that one, whatever. Yeah, 5 years. Y'all get sidetracked off that. You know what I'm saying? But he put in that. I'm tired of this one now. Let me go. Go ahead and get another. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you read these scriptures. You can have more than one. You take care of all of them. You don't have to be in the same house. You know what I'm saying? We do it before we even become adults. Even females be knowing. They be knowing. They be knowing. You know what I'm saying? They play dumb or whatever, but they be knowing. We are groomed for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy. But without the knowledge. Don't no woman want to be, let go and then try to go find another man. Because you know what's going to happen? It's going to be the same thing. That nigga going to get tired of it. Oh, I need something else now. That's what they do. And pastors, they think that the Christian church, they think that's normal. That's normal. Oh, I could get a divorce and just have it. Go get me another one now. Go get me another one. No, just keep that one, man. Keep that one, keep that one, keep that one. Keep them. Take care of them. Take care of the children. If she already has children, take care of them. Raise them. If she has a son, raise him as to be an upright man. You know what I'm saying? Have a daughter. Raise her to be an upright woman. You know what I'm saying? Instead of them falling into a motherfucking a pedophile. PDF. I gotta say PDF and shit. You know what I'm saying? But you wanna you want to go against this word and come up with your own doctrine. You want to add to this and you want to take from this because you man is silly, man. You know, that's it. You just silly. Bottom line. You want to hearken to these laws, statutes, and commandments, man, because you're wicked. Silly individual. And that's all we have is silly individuals out there. Look at the social media, all this stuff, man. It's just like, man, my eyes be like bugged out, man, looking at certain stuff. Like, oh, is this like just retards? I can't even say retard. Retard. Some dumbass shit, man. You know, as if we came up with the words and shit. It's an English word. Y'all shouldn't have came up with stupid shit. Dummies. Anyways. Let's go to Mark. Well, hold on. Let me read this. I'll say no to you. Oh, yeah. Sluggy. Yeah, we read it. But yeah, you know. Let's go to Mark 12. But you know what I'm saying? Like, especially, you know, you forgive them. You just keep forgiving them. You know, keep forgiving your brother, keep forgiving your sister. And the thing about it, if you have a falling out, right, you know, it's not like you gotta be, you know what I'm saying, you gotta, you know, go see him all the time and whatever like that, you know what I'm saying, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't gotta be the best friends or whatever like that. You have a falling out, you can still help your brother. You can still help your sister, man. Y'all ain't gotta be, you know, all buddy and stuff like that. Just conduct yourself in orderly fashion. You know, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like you always gonna have your, you know, everybody gonna have their differences, man. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't gotta, you know, oh, I hate that person. You know, I hate, you know, just, you know, it's like an animal, man. You know, conduct yourself in orderly fashion. You know what I'm saying? I'm crazy. But anyways, let's go to Mark chapter 12, starting at verse 28. This is Christ is breaking something down to the scribes right here. And one of the scribes came, and having heard them reasoning together, and perceiving that he had answered them well, asked him, which is the first commandment of all? And Yahushua answered him, the first of all the commandments is, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. Verse 30, and thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment. Verse 31, and the second is like, namely this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these. And that neighbor is a person from the tribes, whether it's from the Latino tribe or the native tribe or the black tribe. You know what I'm saying? It's not your Asian, not your East Indian, you know what I'm saying? Not your white man, you know what I'm saying? I'll use him last, because if you still don't know that the white man's your enemy, use a fool. You know what I'm saying? That's all they do is just everywhere they go, man, they just they smile in your face. They tongue the Bible says they tongue is smooth as butter. You know what I'm saying? They'll rock you to sleep, man, with their tongue, man. You know, they have you say, my best friend is white. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, damn, you know, you really wanted the best friend, white best friend, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, they something great, you know. But like I said, you know, your neighbor is the so-called black, Latino, Native American man, woman, and child. That's who your neighbor is. Your neighbor is not, you know, The Asian. Look. You got the. I brought it up last week, I believe. You know what I'm saying? You got the Asian, right? You know what I'm saying? Like the Koreans. I think it was Koreans or whoever. You know what I'm saying? They in that. They in the beauty. You know, they in the so-called black, you know what I'm saying, beauty salon, beauty fit, field, you know what I'm saying? Like, where you get your grease, your hair grease, your hair and stuff like that, what have you. You know what I'm saying? This is $1 billion industry. You know what I'm saying? Probably multi-billion dollar, what have you. You know what I'm saying? It's a lucrative industry. Have you ever seen them say, hey, you know what, man, we making all this money off of y'all. This is hypothetical too. And let's just say, one big melting pot, we holding hands, we, living that Martin Luther King dream. Everybody holding hands and stuff like that. We won, right? You ever see an Asian or any of them? They all across this country, man, making money off of us. Any kind of black city, man, they making money off of us, right? Selling our own products to us, right? Hair grease. This is Asians. Have they ever donated to a black organization like kids or something like that, help the kids? Saying, hey, y'all done gave us so much money to put our kids through college. Our kids through college. You know what I'm saying? Here, we gonna donate this million, you know what I'm saying, to this foundation right here. Where it's tangible. We can see it. Everybody, the news is gonna cover that shit. You know what I'm saying? Nope. You haven't seen it. Why? Because they know. They don't care about y'all. They using you. You know what I'm saying? We can do the same thing about chicken, about barbecue, what have you. You know what I'm saying? These people are using you. Just because you got one friend or two, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I got an Asian friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we ain't talking about 1, 2, 3, 4. We're talking about the masses, man. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the masses. Stop thinking small. Think out the box. It's a problem with us, so-called black, Latino, Native American. We think small. We don't think big. You know what I'm saying? Too busy hating each other. Oh, yeah. Let's finish up 31, I think it was. 31? Yeah, 31. And the second is like namely, I already read that. Yeah. So but that's what that is right there. You know, that's what that is right there, man. Your neighbor is the one that looks just like you. The one that suffering just like you. You know what I'm saying? The one that's undesired in this, like Zephaniah 2:1 says, you know what I'm saying? Gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. We are seeing right now, firsthand, what nations are not desired. You know what I'm saying? When's the last time you seen Asians getting round up, getting unalive? You know what I'm saying? Like really. We ain't talking about no 1940 something, you know what I'm saying, with Pearl Harbor and shit like that. With the Japanese when they was going at war and stuff like that. Because they sitting up in the judicial system right now, living big. They got their little their differences, sorted out. You know what I'm saying? They was fighting amongst each other, for a little bit, what have you. Now the Japanese, they bigger than you. And they was over there, still got ships over there in Hawaii. You know what I'm saying? Submerged in the in the in the water right there, in the Pacific. You know what I'm saying? Right there. Because they were doing what was that? What was that called? Damn. Kamikaze. You know what I'm saying? Kamikaze just pow, crashing their planes and stuff like that. Doing some wild ass shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Now they back in 1940, like I said, they put them in concentration camps. A month. There was one right there, an island off right by Frisco. You know what I'm saying? But now they, everybody all hunky dory and shit. You know what I'm saying? All cool and stuff like that. Because why? They oppressing you as well over here. They're all on one accord, and that's the oppress the so-called Black, Latino, Native American, man. Bottom line. When you see an East Indian getting rounded up, you know what I'm saying? Even you got Arabs over here, man. You know what I'm saying? The ones that so-called did the 9/11 and shit like that, man. Over here living cool. Making chicken and stuff for us. You know what I'm saying? Got joint, they got the JJ's sold up all in Oakland. You know what I'm saying? Like really. Like I said, we are the tail and they are the head. Y'all better wake up, Black folks, Latino folks, Native American folks. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, shalom, y'all, Bashim, y'all, Shabbat, priest and officer 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Your rugged bar checking in. Hey, the water out of wine, the water. You know, but you know, we got to wake up, Israel. We just got to wake up, man. It's high time to wake up out of this mess. You know what I'm saying? Know who your loved ones are. Know who your people are, man. Your flesh and your blood, and that's Israel. You know what I'm saying? The Bible said we are like a speckled bird. You know what I'm saying? Speckled bird have different colors. You know, let's stop being lost in this colorism shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line. Let's go to the book of Luke. Let's go to the book of Luke, chapter 6, and we're going to start at verse 27. Let's see. And it reads, this is the book of Luke. It's like it. This is the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 27. But I say unto you, which hear, but I say unto you, which hear, love your enemies, do good to them which hate you. Verse 27. Bless them that curse you, and pray for them that which despitefully use you. Verse 29. And unto him that smiteth thee on the one cheek, offer also the other. No, slug, you know, before, you know, don't do that, Martin Luther King, you know what I'm saying? That's not what it's talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can defend yourself, you know what I'm saying? Somebody whooping your ass, you know, you can fight back, you know what I'm saying? That's not what it's saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I mean, unless you gonna be a bigger person, be like, hey man, I can take that hit, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But you know, you could defend yourself, you know what I'm saying? But it's just saying somebody do you wrong, man, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, turn the other cheek and be like, all right, man, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, you know, you got it. You know what I'm saying? The Most High gonna deal with them. You know what I'm saying? He gonna deal with them. But you just do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Just be upright. You know what I'm saying? And him that taketh away the cloak, forbid not to take thy coat also. You know what I'm saying? That cloak is a coat. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, if he take your coat, you know what I'm saying? Don't try to take his coat. You know what I'm saying? Let him or her have it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, don't expect it back. Just, they need it more than you. You know, just look at it like that. Right? You know what I'm saying? You building your spirit. And hopefully one day they'll build their spirit. You know, that's how we have to look at that. You know. And verse 30. Give to every man that asketh of thee, and of him that taketh away thy goods, ask them not again. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you can lend to somebody, you don't expect to get nothing back. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and let them have it. You know what I'm saying? You go, you know, like my grandfather told me, money comes and goes. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it be all about. You know what I'm saying? Money. You know what I'm saying? It comes and goes, man. You're going to get that shit again. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't fret over it. You know, there's a lot of brothers and sisters out there lost their lives, man, over money. You know what I'm saying? And a little bit of money at that. You know, some dead presidents, white men on them motherfuckers at that. You know, verse 31. And as ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise. Hey, treat people how you want to be treated. Jesus said it's done, right? You're right, not for us. Not for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is something we really got to work on, Israel. So-called Black, Latino, Native American, we got to work on that. That's something, we come out the womb, you know what I'm saying, hating. You know what I'm saying? Like so much hate in us. We are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, and we got to come back to this knowledge, man. And that knowledge is the law, statutes, and commandments, man. That's what that knowledge is. That's knowing these words, man. Knowing what the Most High says, knowing the Most High's words. You know what I'm saying? Let the Father be true and every man a liar. If they ain't speaking these words right here, they lying, man. Bottom line. Let's go to John 13. This book of John. Let's see. Book of John, chapter 13, 34 and 34, 35, we're going to read. And starting at 34. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another, as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. Verse 35. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye love one to another. And he started off, this is a commandment. If love, you know what I'm saying, love, if we did just that, man, love would conquer hate, man. Love would conquer drugs. You know what I'm saying? Love will conquer unaliving each other. You know what I'm saying? Love will conquer robbing each other. You know what I'm saying? Love will conquer all that, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially if we do it like the Most High says to do it. Have to love one another. It'll conquer all that. And if we did that, you know what I'm saying, on one accord, man, as a people, you know what I'm saying, the nation not desired, man, it's a wrap. It's a straight wrap. You know what I'm saying? No one will be able to defeat us. No one will be able to trot down on us, over us. We will be the head and they will be the tail. And we will show them how to be upright and how to be righteous and not act like heathens. You know what I'm saying? What they taught us to act like. That's why we act like the way we act, you know what I'm saying, towards one another. We straight heathens, man. We act like them. You know what I'm saying? We are upright people, man. We are righteous people. You know what I'm saying? As it says in Deuteronomy 7:6, there are righteous people unto the Most High, thy Father. You know what I'm saying? That God, that Most High, that God that has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. That's what it says. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we could do that, man, we'd conquer everything. Man, like how long, just like the angels up there, how long, Lord, you know what I'm saying? So we sit there, you know what I'm saying? And like, how long should we get our asses whooped, man, in this place? Really, how long, man? You know what I'm saying? Watching our little ones, man, being destroyed, man, by this wicked stuff. This shit, not even our little ones are, shit, everybody just being destroyed, man, and lost, walking around here aimlessly, man. Ashamed and confounded. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to John 15. John 15, 12 and 14. 12, starting at 12, 13, and 14. This is the book of John, chapter 15, verse 12. Verse 12. This is my commandment, that ye love one another, as I have loved you. Verse 13. Greater love have no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Verse 14. Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you. Straight up, man. Like that's that's what we got to lay our lives down for, man. Is the Most High. And what does the Most High say? You know what I'm saying? Cry out loud and spare not. You know what I'm saying? Go up to the highways and byways, man, and teach his word, man, in the belly of the beast. We in a beast right now, man. This is the biggest gangster, man. United States, man, this government, man, this world, right? You know what I'm saying? They are the Most High's enemies, man. They don't love the Father, the Most High. You know, this is who you lay your life down for right here, man. But we out here laying our lives down, man, for streets that are named after white men. Just think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like we over here repping blocks that's named after a white man, unaliving each other over a block that's named after a white man. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy. You know, look at the we got the you know, especially back in the late 70s, early 80s, 90s, whatever, you know, said Christian Bloods, Nathaniel Sudanos, you know what I'm saying, blue and red. You know what I'm saying? Who came up with these colors, man? You know what's in the middle? You know what I'm saying? The white man. White. You know what I'm saying? Well, somebody chose blue, somebody chose red. The white man right there. Look at and then look at the sirens. You know what I'm saying? Police sirens coming to unalive you and stuff. Aren't they blue? Aren't they red? Is that a coincidence? You know what I'm saying? Like who came up? It just so happened y'all picked the same color as the white man's flag. Get the blue and get the red. Oh, maybe because what the blood is blue when it's in your veins or something like that. You get a philosophical or something like that, and when it comes out and hit the oxygen, it gets red or something. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I just thought that, you know, I think that's something really, you know, it's just, I don't know, it just blew my mind, man. You know, just thinking about that back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But you know, but yeah, you know, lay down your life for this truth, man. That's what you're supposed to lay down his life for, man. Raising your people up. You know, raising your people up, man. You know what I'm saying? Coming to the ISUPK, man, and learn how to raise your people up. You know what I'm saying? Go out to the highways and byways and cry out loud and spare not, man. You know what I'm saying? And fight against this belly of the beast, man. This beast right here, man. Babylon, aka land of confusion, right? You know what I'm saying? This backward ass place, upside down place, man. All of the above. You know, there ain't no righteousness here. You know, let's go to Book of Acts, man. This is true. You know, this is true brotherhood right here, man. I mean, like, you know, just I love this scripture right here. You know, like if we were all on one accord, right? This is when Peter, he had went to the brothers, right? You know what I'm saying? He went to the brothers and told because the Most High had sent Cornelius to Peter. You know what I'm saying? Because Cornelius was a devout man, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Christian church and all the other uneducated people, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to this Bible, they say Cornelius was an Italian man, but they don't even say that. He was in the Italian band. You know what I'm saying? Meaning he was in the Italian army, just like we are in the American army. You know, they act like, oh man, a black man couldn't have been in no Italian band. You know, in an Italian army, a Latino man couldn't have been in no Italian army. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Are we not in these armies over here? You know what I'm saying? Like everything just started over here. You know what I'm saying? They had armies before we even came over here, man. You know what I'm saying? He was just a Hebrew Israelite. You know what I'm saying? He was an Israelite from the tribe of so I don't even know where Cornelius was from. You know what I'm saying? But he that's what he was. And the Most High dealt with him. He said, go to Peter. You know what I'm saying? Go to Peter. And so Peter, Peter, and then the Most High gave Peter a vision and stuff about, you know, he used unclean beasts and stuff like that. That's where the Christian church get that, you know what I'm saying? They twist it and say, oh, see, Most High clean the beast. You know what I'm saying? Not, the comprehension skills just went down. You know what I'm saying? They didn't figure out that it was just talking about men. You know what I'm saying? They were so fixated on feeding their bellies, you know what I'm saying, eating that pork, you know what I'm saying? Shrimp, crab, lobster, you know. They forgot about the men. They forgot about the rest of the story. They was like, oh, we gonna stop right there. Yeah, see, we go ahead and go eat them ribs right there. You know what I'm saying? Them pork ribs right there, you know. That's what they did. You know what I'm saying? But it was talking about men. You know what I'm saying? He had cleansed the men, and the men that was because there was a time when, if you started acting like the heathens, started being, you became a Gentile. You know what I'm saying? If you weren't doing what the Most High was doing, you know what I'm saying, like told you to do, follow His law, statutes, commandments, you started, He cast you out. He cast you out. You know what I'm saying? Even when you don't even go to the Passover, it says you ain't going to the Passover, you cast it out, man. Cast them out. You know what I'm saying? Cast them out. Bottom line, that's how it was. Most High don't play. You know what I'm saying? So He counted you as a heathen man, a Gentile. That's another word for a heathen, Gentile. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we could become Gentiles, of men, men or women that were Israel or of Israel, the seed of Israel. If you want to act like a heathen, you're gonna end up being a Gentile. You just a Gentile. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High said, some Gentiles are gonna come to you. You know what I'm saying? Woo, you know what I'm saying? Because they weren't dealing with Gentiles back then. They weren't dealing with them. There was a time they weren't even able to repent. You know what I'm saying? So they came to Peter. Cornelius came to Peter. So Cornelius, Peter told the other men, his other brother. He went to him and said, "Hey man, this is what happened." You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and get into it. You know what I'm saying? It's Acts chapter 15. No, it's Acts chapter 11, starting at verse 15. And as I began to speak, the Holy Ghost fell on them, as on us at the beginning. Verse 16. Then remembered I the word of the Lord, how that He said, John indeed baptized with water, but ye shall be baptized with the Holy Spirit. Verse 17. For as much then as God gave them the like gift, as He did unto us, who believed on the Lord Yahushua Christ. What was I that I could withstand God? When they and this is it right here. He's telling them, he's sitting up there telling them, what he witnessed, right? In verse 18, when they heard these things, they held their peace and glorified God, saying, then that God also to the Gentiles granted repentance unto life. You know what I'm saying? Peter sat up there and told them straight up, man, look, this is what I saw. And they had no doubt, man. They knew that that man wasn't lying. You know what I'm saying? Because they was all on one accord, man. They was all upright. You know what I'm saying? They weren't lying to each other at all. You know what I'm saying? Telling a fib here and there and stuff like we do to one another, man. Trying to get what we want to get. And that's what we do. That's what we tend to do, man. Trying to get over on one another. Just imagine if we was on this one accord right here, man. Like, man, you went to your brother, you went to your sister, and you told them the truth every single time, man. Every single time. They was like, man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we believe Peter, man. He ain't lying to us. Just on one accord, man. Just straight upright. That's brotherhood right there. That's sisterhood right there. You know what I'm saying? That's hard. That's hard to come by, man, today. That's what we have to be. That's what we got to do, man. We got to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. We got to you say, especially Christians and stuff like that, you followers of Christ. You know what I'm saying? This is what Christ followed right here. You know what I'm saying? This is Yahushua Mashiach follows right here. You know what I'm saying? You want to be like him? Follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. Be thou ye perfect. That's what he says. You know what I'm saying? That's what the book says. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High said it and the Christ said, be thou ye perfect. But let's go to the book of Ecclesiasticus. It's in the Apocrypha. In the Apocrypha. If you don't have it, just follow along, right? You know what I'm saying? What's that? 11. This is You know, yeah. So we've been going over the commandments. You know what I'm saying? Like loving your brotherhood and stuff like that. And it's a commandment. We read it in the book. We read it in the scripture, right? It is a commandment that we love one another, man. You know what I'm saying? We put our life. You know what I'm saying? We lay our lives down for one another. You know what I'm saying? Throughout this brotherhood, sisterhood. You know what I'm saying? Love one another, like the Most High says, like Christ says, right? But this is Ecclesiastes, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 11, verse 15. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the law are of the Lord. Said straight up. I mean, get wisdom. Saying what the scripture, get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not. You know what I'm saying? Forget it not. This wisdom, when you get wisdom, you know what I'm saying? That wisdom is gonna make you search for that knowledge. And what is that knowledge? That knowledge is the law, statutes, and commandments, the Most High's words, man. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh's words. Yahweh said, I speak what the Father speak. You know what I'm saying? This is what the knowledge is, man. It's the Most High's words. It's not, you know what I'm saying, knowledge to become a rocket scientist, you know what I'm saying, to be a mathematician and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Nah, it's the knowledge of the Most High's words. That's all. That's all knowledge means, is knowing these scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge, you think of knowledge and stuff like that. You think, oh, somebody, oh man, they the smartest person in the world, man. They got knowledge. They just know certain things, you know what I'm saying? And the thing that's really important is these scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Put emphasis on that knowledge right there, and you get that knowledge, right? You're gonna get understanding, because why? The Most High gonna give you that understanding. You know what I'm saying? Because He gonna see you, you got that wisdom, you got that knowledge. Now He gonna give you understanding, man. You know what I'm saying? Like King David said, I know more than the ancients because I keep my precepts. That's what King David said. You know what I'm saying? Man, hold on. Let's get that. We go to Psalms 100. I think it's 100. Let's see my memory. What's up? I know more. What do you say? I know more than 142. Let's see. Maybe it's 142. I know more than the ancients because I keepeth my precepts. That's what he said. Let's see. Maybe it's 142. No, 99. That slipped my mind, man. 99, 100. I forget that. I don't want to paraphrase, but that's what it, I know he says that something like that. I know more than the ancients because I keep my precepts. That's what he said. Dang. I forget where that is. 119. Let me see. So 119. Yeah, 119. Psalms 119 and 99. And he said, I have more understanding than all my teachers, for thy testimonies are my meditation. This is what King David said. Verse 100. I understand more than the ancients because I keepeth thy precepts. You know what I'm saying? Like you keep you stay in this, get this understanding, get this wisdom, get this knowledge, get understanding. You know what I'm saying? Do your due diligence on getting this word, man. And the Most High gonna help you out. He gonna be with you. You know what I'm saying? It's luck. You know what I'm saying? You gonna know more than all these old Christians out here. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know nothing. They ain't learning nothing up in that Christian church. They learn how to barbecue support. That's what they learning. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Let's see. Did we finish that? Started from the top. Ecclesiasticus, chapter 11, verse 15. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the law are of the Lord. Love the way of good works. Love and the way of good works are from him. There you go. The works, what are the works? Doing these laws, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? You do these laws, statutes, and commandments, what you gonna do? You're gonna end up knowing how to love your brother. You're gonna end up knowing how to love your sister. You know what I'm saying? If you practice these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Be thou ye perfect. That's when you practice and you do laws, statutes, and commandments, you're gonna end up being perfect. You're gonna know how to treat your mother. You're gonna know how to treat your father, your sister, your brother, your cousins, or what have you. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, you know what I'm saying, from your tribes, from the other tribes. You know what I'm saying? The tribes of Israel, that is, not no heathen tribe. You know what I'm saying? Because those are tribes too. You know what I'm saying? Not no heathen tribe. You know, oh, well, conduct yourself in an orderly fashion. You know what I'm saying? Conduct yourself in an orderly fashion. But you got to know who your family is, man. Lost sheep of the house of Israel. God's chosen people. That's who we are. You know? Don't get left behind, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're gonna be looking down from the chariots, you know what I'm saying, while this place is being blown up by nuclear fire, you know what I'm saying, all because you want to hold a heathen's hand. You know what I'm saying? You want to hold a heathen's hand. This nigga, he don't want to hold your hand. She don't want to hold your hand. You know what I'm saying? They playing you, silly. Eating you up alive, man. You know? You money to them. You a commodity. That's all. Like we always been, you know, here. Got off these ships, man. Let's go to last one right here. Ecclesiasticus, chapter 32. It's chapter 32, verse 24. This is Ecclesiasticus, chapter 32, verse 24. He that believeth in the Lord taketh heed to the commandments. You hear that? He that believeth in the Lord taketh heed of the commandments. You listen to the commandments. You know what I'm saying? And he that trusteth in him shall fare never the worse. So now you ask yourself, if you been living your life, man, like, you know, everything been going downhill, or just since you've been born, you know what I'm saying? Since you've been, you know, just, you know, as well, you know, when you know, we're able to think like, man, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, our family, man, have been down and out. You know what I'm saying? Everything's been going down the drain, man, 24/7. Even now, I'm older. I got my own family and shit still been going down, down the drain. What have you? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing been right. You have your days here and there, you know what I'm saying, when you know, yeah, oh shit, you know, oh, I got some money, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, like that. But all the other days out of the year, you know what I'm saying, like, you been down and out, man, been struggling, you know what I'm saying? The Most High ain't dealing with you, man, because why? You ain't trying to deal with the Most High. You ain't doing nothing right. You know what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing right when it comes to what you gonna talk about some dope dealing? Talk about pimping or whatever like that, you know what I'm saying? You think you was living big like that? Every dog got their day. You know what I'm saying? And you tearing your people down at that. You know what I'm saying? Like every dog got their day, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you better wake up. Once again, he that believeth in the Lord taketh heed to the commandment, and he that trusteth in him shall fare never the worse. You trust in the Most High, he gonna always be with you. But like I said, if you've been hitting rock bottom, you know, since you've been here, yeah, he ain't dealing with you, man. You've been living negative. You've been doing, doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? Not even trying to live upright, even not even having this truth. Even if you ain't came to this truth right here, you know what I'm saying? You still got to try to be upright. You know what I'm saying? Still try to have a upright spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? And then He's gonna reveal this truth to you. He'll reveal it to you. You know, you're gonna wake up one day. But if you just trying to, hey, forget it. I'm just gonna try to get over on everybody that I can. You know what I'm saying? Like Most High he gonna deal with you. He gonna deal with you the way He want to deal with you. You know. Hey, but with that being said, though, hey, you know, we have the Passover coming up. You know what I'm saying, in Houston, Texas. You know, Houston, Texas. You know what I'm saying. Saturday, April 4th. You know what I'm saying? It's the Lord's 57th Passover. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, if you so-called Black, Latino, Native American man, you know what I'm saying, woman, you know, you are invited to the Most High's Passover. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's 57th annual Passover. Like I said, April 4th. You know what I'm saying? But you could go on isupk.com and find out more information about it. You know, but you are invited. You know, but we just want to say, closing out, Yahweh Shib Yahshua Barakatah to the brothers, and Yahweh Shamar al Thumb by Shib Yahshua to the sisters. The water, Israel. Shalom.